to this. So I wanted to stimulate. We're loading into the map Ascent, right? Everybody's homies hate Ascent. I don't know why. A lot of people don't like Ascent. A lot of people say Ascent is one of the best maps. So it's like there's a little bit of like a give and take here, right? A lot of pro players, they really like Ascent. They think it's one of the best design maps. A lot of people who are playing Ascent don't really like Ascent. I've spent a little bit of time looking at how people play Ascent, and we kind of covered this in our like pro Ascent guide or whatever that we were talking about. How I noticed something that's very different about the way that a lot of these pros play this map versus the way that a lot of the non-pros play the map. Surprise, right? The pros play things a little bit differently than the non-pros. But that's okay, because we're going to look at it and we're going to help you understand something that is incredibly punishable that I've noticed on this map, and it's why pros don't do it. Well, probably anyway. There's got to be a reason for it, right? And this is the reason that I came up with. If you have a better reason, feel free to let me know in the comments section down below. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're watching this on Twitch, feel free to give your take as well. But also, we're streaming live right now too if you're watching this on YouTube, so be sure to check out the stream at twitch.tv/thekinglive. But aside from that, Ascent reminds me of Dust 2, just a worse version. I like Ascent a lot, and I think that a lot of people don't really understand the doors, or they don't understand the door mechanics. So something that we referred to in our last video when we talked about Ascent is the way that the pros will oftentimes use these doors to their advantage. If they are on defense, if you close the doors for yourself, you can actually play in a way that the door will benefit you more than it'll benefit the offense. Whereas vice versa, if you leave the doors open, what is the first thing that the offensive players are going to do when they enter the site, right? They'll probably drop a smoke on here on market to deal with this. And then once they enter the site, they're going to shut the door. Now the door is to their benefit, right? Now you could say the same thing works as if the door is already shut when they enter the site. But it's going to be a lot more difficult for them to enter the site because they're not going to be able to pull off a split or anything. They're going to have to come in straight through here. And the reason for that is, rather than playing aggressively in mid, what you should do with these doors shut is you should play back here. And there's a couple specific reasons for this, right? If you play this position, you're not risking challenging them in mid. This is a difficult challenge to make. It's very long distance. A lot of the times if you get picked here, it basically just opens up the team or the round for the enemy team, right? But another big reason that I've noticed is because these walls right here are entirely wall bangable. And you can shoot through this with a Vandal, you can shoot through it with a Phantom, you can shoot through it with the new the wall penetration Guardian thing. Or you can shoot through it with an Op, right? Or an Odin, or like Sheriff even. You can shoot this with like pretty much any gun, right? And this is a problem when you have people trying to hide behind it. And another problem here is that they're not getting out of it. There's no fallback from a position like this, right? So a thing that a lot of these newer players will do, or a lot of the people who are like, oh, I hate Ascent, they might complain about this, is because they will be pushing up into the positions like this, and they'll be getting killed in positions like this from various types of utility. They can get raise naded, they can get wall banged, they can get shock darted, they can get Omen blinded. There's so many things that you can do to deal with the situation. They can smoke off this position right here. There's a lot of problems with this spot right here. And a lot of players will still be pushing up into it and getting punished time and time again. So I have actually a round pulled up here of me playing a couple rounds actually of watching a player do this exact thing and getting punished entirely. And he's not the only one to do this. A lot of people do this. And it's just it's gonna highlight exactly what I'm talking about and like the dangers of it. And then we're also going to just talk about ways that this could be enhanced, I guess, or exaggerated. So in this example that I'm going to be showing you, we don't actually have a Sova on our team. Sova is like the be-all end-all for this position. If somebody's playing this spot and they get droned right here and they get tagged or if they get recon darted, they're dead. They're literally dead. There's nothing they can do about it. You'll just wallbang them, you'll kill them in that way. But in this game, we don't even have a Sova, and we're still able to punish this player for this, right? So we're going to load this up here. I'm going to show you. So this breach had been running up here mid this entire game, and he's just been getting killed for it. And once you kill the dude, it basically just opens up the round for the entire enemy team. You'll notice we can do pretty much whatever we want every single round that we do this. I bet they peek mid with a bad gun. Well, even if they're peeking it with a Vandal, it still puts them in a bad position. So you see our Reyna wall banged him right there. I think that she wall banged him through right here. And she ends up getting the kill on the breach. I think we get another pick market. We just killed 3 of them right there, right at the beginning of the round. There's no reason that they need to be fighting over this territory. Because if they shut this door right here, if this door is shut for the defense, they can just hold back here, right? They're not pushing through market without making a shit ton of noise. If they want to push through market, they basically have to announce their entire presence. You can have somebody watching it from this position, just making sure that they don't come through here. This is the thing that I've seen most pro players do within this game. Rather than trying to hold this angle up here, which is very deadly, it can put you in a lot of bad positions. They will shut this door and they will just play this position back here and make sure that they do not go through market and they do not go through CT. Yeah, and another helpful thing that you can do from this position too if they start to push A, if they start to do a full push catwalk, you can actually just back up here, and you're pretty much there to help catwalk right now, right? Look at that. I'm already here. So they're pushing catwalk. There's a lot of... It's just a quick rotate for any of these two sites. You can hold this down a lot easier. If you have a Sage playing on B, she can kind of just lock down B. It's just a way better position. It's way less risky. And a lot of these players who hate Ascent are the same ones who are pushing up here and they're trying to take these aggressive peaks. Now, this doesn't just apply to this location right here, right? This spot right here where players are playing and they're getting killed. Another spot that you'll see people will get picked off a lot of the times is on catwalk right here. And this is going to go more into the reasoning of why people prefer the Phantom over the Vandal. Most of the engagements that you'll take in this game are going to be within 15 meters, especially on defense. You don't need to be taking these long engagements right here. So this is beyond 15 meters, of course. If you have a Vandal, it's going to be a one hit to the head, but you don't need to be taking this engagement a lot of times. Sometimes you'll see rounds where people do take this, but even with the, I don't know if anybody knows this boost right now. There's a Sage boost in the game right now where if you wall right here and you have like a Jet or Omen jump on top of this, they can actually see catwalk. It's about like right here. And if they have an op, you can get picked off here. I would not recommend peeking catwalk on this map. With this boost in the game, particularly, especially if they can afford an op, I would not recommend peeking catwalk in this position. Instead, what you could do is you could just play back here. You could just play back here in the market over here. You can play this position right here. Another spot of this too is if you come over here, you can actually watch this. If you have that mid guy that we were talking about earlier, if he comes up over here, he can actually pick up this location for you, and you can actually watch this, and you can make sure that they don't cross onto A. Look at this crossfire right here. Another thing that you could do over here is you can actually shut this door, and you can play even further back. Like we were talking about before, these doors can be used to your advantage on defense very effectively. You can play this position instead. Now they're not getting through that door without making a ton of noise. You can play this spot, and you can actually fall back here. If you need to fall back and help the A guy if he's getting full pushed, you can have the mid guy come over here, and he can pick up this location. Maybe even have the B guy come over, and he picks up the mid for you. And now you're tripled up right here. Nobody's pushing through garden. You have two people watching A. This is a very effective position that could be very helpful for your team, right? You don't need to be playing these super aggressive positions at mid on defense. These locations right here are already difficult to push through. Because if Phoenix, like, say you're gonna have like a Phoenix flashbang in here just so you can entry, right? You can just unpeak. You can just fall back. Like you have so much room to work with. If the door's already shut, that flashbang's not doing him too much good. He's gonna flash in. Now the door's shut. You can just fall back here. You can play a different position. It's gonna be so much better for you. So we're going to go back to this video right here. We're going to watch that homie getting punished again. What is it? This one right here. So that was the first round right there. I think I landed a good shot here. I'm not positive. I think I do, though. I'm reloading my gun. I'm lurking. There we go. Nice. Nice, good killer, King. I like it. Okay, we're going to go to the next round. We do the same thing to him again. Love you. We get the kill in the brimstone, or the breach again. Right there in the middle. Don't off catwalk. These guys are just peeking so aggressively right here. It's just opening up the round entirely. This game was a complete stomp like this, and it wasn't because these guys were necessarily terrible players. It's just because they kept challenging mid. They kept challenging mid, which is not an optimal fight for them to take, and they kept losing. I smoke deep market. That being said, you can actually the defense can actually hold down these angles like a little bit earlier. So I'm not saying never peek these angles. I'm just saying that if you're doing this every single round, you can get incredibly punished for it. This is a common op peek that you'll see people take. You can hold this angle, and you can hold this from the start of the round too. So once they peek that, you can take the shot, and then you can fall back here. I would not try to play this aggressively though after that, right? You could hypothetically hide in this position, but this also isn't an optimal spot, right? You couldn't get wallbang through this, but I think the catwalk is the most punishing one, right? Because a lot of the times what people will do is they'll play one on A, and then they'll play like 2B, and they'll play like one mid, right? Wait, is that math right? They'll play 1A, they'll play one catwalk, they'll play one mid, and then they'll play like 2B. Is that what they do? Stuff like that. That sounds like a pretty standard one. And when they run stuff like that, and this catwalk guy gets picked, you'll notice I don't think it's this round, but I think it's the next one.
Yeah, we can push A.
Let's watch this.
Catwalk here. I can blind.
So we get the pick mid, so they're gonna have to apply more pressure there. They have the Sage in market, but they might rotate one, right? So we actually blind up here catwalk. Look at we just run in here. If this door had been shut, this would have slowed us down at least a little bit. But we basically just haul ass in here. I don't know why I did this TP, just for the record. This TP was like really stupid. This could have easily gotten me killed. I'm lucky that I got a trade there. But look, we literally just waltzed on his site. We get one pick, it opens up the round really easily. We just waltzed on his site. I think we do the same thing on the next round. Hold on. I'm gonna skip ahead here.
Are you putting them into a montage?
So again, we're just coming over here to take mid control. We already know that we're a better shot than these guys. Sometimes a lot of players will just get off on like just having better aim than people, and you can kind of get by with that. But if you don't have better aim, which I don't personally, I'm not going to be peeking these angles. If I'm not super confident in my aim, if I've already proven that I'm not better than these guys, which this Breach is not, I can tell you, he is not better than this Reyna on our team.
I appreciate you, dude.
He should not be peeking middle. Look, he peeks it again. He peeks it again. We don't have a Sova on our team, but we're just shooting through this wall. There's no way he's getting out of this position. And we get another
That's
kill
why
on
you
him.
don't push up, by the way. If you're ever wondering why you don't push Ascent, this entire wall is wall bangable.
Just don't.
Catwalk?
Omen's pushed up again. Do we get another pick on Omen again? Yeah, we killed him again right there. Like they don't need to be pushing this aggressively. They can play back. They easily can play back right there. We just wiped 4 of them within like the first 20 seconds of the round. Like, it's ridiculous.
Do not.
I love this play-by-play stuff. I appreciate it. I enjoy it too. This is how I try to improve in the game too. Because like I said, my aim is not insane. I'm not an insane aimer. So like understanding little things like this is what really ends up winning me these rounds. And this is how I've been kind of taking advantage of Ascent personally. So if you guys want to take advantage of the Ascent the same way, if you have a Sova on your team too, tell your boy if they're pushing up here, just tell him to drone it. Just drone it. If there's a guy playing in this corner, you tag him. That guy's dead. He is dead. Look at that. You just spray through the wall. There's nothing that he can do about that. If you have this location smoked too, or you have people playing catwalk up here, he is literally dead. Or even better, you shoot that recon dart. But anyway, aside from that, that's all I got left to say on the subject. Like I said, this is gonna be a short talk. I just wanted to load in because we did our Ascent talk last time, and I talked about how pros will play back, but I didn't really provide like the reasoning for why they played back. I just knew that they did in watching it, and like the more that I've played in my games, the more I've realized that how dangerous this actually is. I knew that it was dangerous to push up, but I didn't even really take into account that this entire wall you can shoot through. This is literally suicide to push up into that corner right there. So take advantage of that in your games. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're watching this on Twitch, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel already, if you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to do so down below. Follow the stream, twitch.tv/thekingalive. We do that stuff there. And if you want to check out our new merch, we have some new Omen merch and stuff. You saw it in the last video. This is also one of our merchandise too. I think it looks pretty cool. So this is quality stuff. I think I'm gonna just start doing this. I think if I ever like want new clothes, I'm just gonna design my own stuff. Like, what is something that I would want to wear? I'm just gonna put it on the merch store. So if you guys look forward to that, or you like the stuff that I wear, I don't know what happened to the camera there, but what the fuck, dude? It broke. We died. Oh, okay. All right, we're back. Okay, I freaking love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out. Can you show the hell TP spot again? Yeah, it's like right here. If you click on the back, that's not like a real spot, right? When you go heaven, you like go up there. That's the L.
Okay, this is no problem.
No. Travis, I love you, man. Oh my gosh.